Hello everyone, welcome to Cloud Institution. So today we are going to see how to connect to EC2 instance via SSH client. Okay, so in this, as part of this session, so what are we going to do is that we are going to create one EC2 instance, and we are going to connect that EC2 instance from uh, the SSH client. So maybe the terminal. So currently I'm using MacBook. So we are going to see that how are we how are we going to use the SSH client from MacBook to connect into the server. Okay, so let's dive into it. So for now, I'm going to EC2 console. So we have seen it quite many times. So I'm going to create one EC2 instance. Okay, so click on EC2 instance, or you can also type the EC2 instance in the top. Okay, you can also type EC2 instance in the top. You can click on it here also. Okay, so now I have I'm in the EC2 instance, the dashboard. So click on, I'm going to launch instance. Click on launch instance, and click on the so that give it the name, like so the name will be Linux cloud institution. Okay, so this is the VM name I'm using. I'm using the Linux image, and t2.micro is what something I'm using, and keep a login. Okay, so keep a login is very important aspect on this scenario. So the reason why is that we are going to connect to the Linux instances using this key pair. Okay, so now I'm clicking on key pair, and I'm going to give cloud institution key. Okay, so cloud institution Linux key. Okay, so cloud institution Linux key is the one which I'm giving. So I'm going to create a key pair. Okay, the key pair is created. The key pair has been downloaded here. As you can see here, the cloud institution Linux key.pem has been downloaded in my laptop. So now what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to I'm just leaving all these settings default, and I'm going to allow SSH traffic from anywhere internet, right? So because we wanted to connect the SSH client from our desktop. Okay, so I'm just leaving it as it is, and I'm going to launch instance. Okay, so my instance is launched. So you have to, whenever we have created the instances, you have to make sure that you are getting the public IP address of this machine. Okay, so this is very important, guys, because if you don't have a public IP addresses, it's very difficult to connect it using SSH client from the remote. Okay, so you can also connect it using private IP, but you need to have a lot of other things, right? The machine machine through which you're going to connect, this also should be in the same the same subnet, and you should have connectivity to that one. So today we are going to do is that, and we are going to connect using this public IP address. Okay, so it's still pending, so I'm just refreshing it, and it is running now. Okay, so today we are going to connect the EC2 instance from this using this public IP address. Okay, so you remember that so we already downloaded this key.pem file. Okay, so I'm going to open this terminal. Okay, so now I'm going to downloads, right? I'm going to downloads folder because I have downloaded my key file in the downloads folder. So now I'm going to see what's the name of the download file: cloud-institution-linux.key.pem. Okay, so now I'm just giving cloud-institution-key-linux key.pem. This is the key file which I have downloaded from this. Okay, so now we're going to see that so what is the permission of it. Okay, so the permission of this file is going to be, okay, so read write and all these things is coming. Okay, so now now what are we going to do is that so now we are going to change the permission of it. So the reason why I'm going to change the permission of this one is that, okay, let's see without changing permission what is the error it is going to give. Okay, so now I'm going to copy this public IP addresses, and then I'm going to give SSH-I. So what is -I? -I represent the to give the key file. So if you want to indicate where the key file is located, you have to give the key file. You can just give the entire key file, copy and paste over here. Okay, and then the username. What is going to be the username for this EC2 instance? Okay, so for example, if you click on connect, you can see the default username will be displayed over here. Okay, so this is the username that you are going to connect, with this machine by default. So remember, guys, we don't have a the root user access by default enabled for this machine. Okay, so if you want to enable a root access for this machine, you have to do something more. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you in the next session that how to enable the root user, so root access for the EC2 instances. For now, I'm going to copy this EC2 instance, use EC2 user, and the username is going to be EC2 user, and at the rate the IP address of this machine. So what's the IP address of the machine? We've already copied. IP address of the machine is going to be this one, 52.66.240.192. Okay, so this is what it is. So now I'm going to give, okay, is asking me, would you like to continue with the footprint? So what it's telling is that the permission for 644 for the cloud institution key or to open. Okay, it requests that the private key file or not accessible by others. Okay, so this is the reason why we need to change the permission for this file. Okay, so what is the permission is suggested by the AWS is that if you can click on connect, if you go for SSH client, okay, it's telling me that do the ch mode of 400. Okay, so it means that for the current user you're going to allow only the read permission for the current user and rest of the groups and others, and we are not going to permit any other permissions. So that is how you're securing this particular file from others. Okay, so now I'm going to copy the same entire thing, and then I'm going to paste it, okay, because we have the same file over here. Okay, so now the permission is being changed, right? So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to do a same command whatever it's been above. Okay, I'm going to click enter. Boom. Okay, so now we have logged into the machine. Okay, so now if you can see ls. Okay, so this is, we are inside this EC2 user. Okay, so this is how we are going to connect our EC2 instances using the SSH client. Okay, in the next sessions, in the next upcoming sessions, we are going to discuss something more, on the users. So until then, please follow our page and subscribe to our channel to get to know more videos like this one. Okay, thank you so much for watching.